Welcome back to Bruiser Bedlam, 1 hour of the most historic, if you can call historic wrestling, that you'll ever see.
Well, it's going to be action-packed from beginning to end, no doubt about that. World champion.
You're going to see the Moose first before you see the world's greatest world champion.
Along with that, the #1 contenders for the tag team title, Chris Carter and El Bracero, and the Russian Igor Zatkoff meets Rick Sampson.
I hope someday that Moose gets a hold of Wojo and sets on him for 3 hours.
Ladies and gentlemen, the World Wrestling Association is proud to present International All-Star Championship Wrestling. Another edition of Bruiser Bedlam, coming to you from the fabulous Premier Center in Detroit.
This is one fall, 15-minute time limitation. Introducing from parts unknown, weighing 356 pounds, here is the Hangman. His opponent from the Yukon, he weighed in at 456 pounds, the 9th wonder of the world, Yukon Moose Cholak.
Quite a sight here at ringside, isn't it, Bruiser?
I can believe it. The Moose is the 9th wonder.
Absolutely.
I've wondered about the Moose for years.
The Moose, along with Alexander.
I would say he's the 9th and 10th and 11th wonder.
He's big enough to be
Wonderment.
450-some pounds. Alexander on top of his head. And Moose Cholak getting ready for business here as he faces the Hangman. This will be a good match. Hangman is a top competitor. I don't know how he'll do against Moose Cholak. Nobody has too much luck against the Moose. He's just unmovable, unstoppable.
Well, he's got a rope behind his back right now, the Hangman. That's what I thought.
Uh-oh, got that noose. Working on the Moose with a noose.
It'll be Moose if he can beat the Moose.
Referee is right in there, trying to make the Hangman stand back. The Hangman does so just long enough to stop the count. Moose Cholak still being worked on by the noose from the Hangman. Got it wrapped right around his throat. Referee is going to have to physically restrain the Hangman, move him back, and let the Moose regain his composure here. Uh-oh, turnabout is fair play, they say.
Well, now you're going to see one of the wonders of the world.
Is he your favorite tag team partner, Bruiser?
Oh, yeah.
You guys have had some brilliant successes over the years.
He's my good friend, too. Whenever the Moose tells me something, I know, it'll happen.
Look at that. Oh, just...
Look at the ring. I hope it doesn't fall down.
Really moved over several inches each time Moose splashed him in the corner there. Moose lets loose with a thundering Moose call.
Oh.
Just a shoulder block.
That's just to wake him up.
Wake him up? It looked to me like it put him out almost. The Hangman of equal size with the Moose. I think the Moose has got him a little bit in poundage, though. And now one of the few ways you can get to a man like Yukon Moose Cholak is through the eyes. The Hangman forcing the issue in the corner there, but the Moose not feeling it. He's getting riled. And watch out.
Saw the referee get out of the way then.
The Hangman was smart. He'd get out of the way right now. Get out of the ring, out of the building. Instead, though, Moose with the Hangman in the corner. Let's loose with a big right forearm. Couple of forearms, couple of fists. And the Hangman head first into the corner. He's dazed. This is the way Moose likes him. The bigger, the better. And that includes a guy like the Kentucky Butcher, doesn't it?
Moose likes him big. You know, I wrestled a Moose about 10 years ago.
Look at that mask, Bruiser. Moose trying to pull that mask off him.
I can't see. Oh, yeah, there you're right. I wrestled a Moose about 10 years ago, and it was one of the roughest matches I ever had. I had to protect myself every minute. And he and and I fought to a draw, and I know just how this Hangman feels. When you get that moose on top of you,
you aren't going anywhere fast.
Gosh doggone, help yourself.
Moose Cholak and the Hangman here. Everything's going Moose's way so far.
Anyway, when I said I wrestled him before, I can never beat the Moose, so I figured I better join him.
Yeah, probably a good move. The Moose is going to beel him.
It's a good thing you got that shoulder up.
Hangman's a little too heavy to go too far with that.
Yeah, he hadn't got that shoulder up, he'd have had a broken shoulder. He's going to try it again.
One more time. I think he's setting him up. He is for the big splash.
Look at there.
450 pounds on the Hangman.
All the weights was on him, too.
That's it. Moose just sort of rolls on out of the ring after another victory, an impressive victory.
He's going to, if I was the Hangman, I'd crawl out of there and get out of there somehow because who knows?
There's the Moose. Still to come on the show today, the World Heavyweight Champion, the great Wojo. Also Chris Carter and El Bracero in tag team action. As the Moose relishes his victory here at ringside.
Is that his relishing his victory or his mating call?
A little of both, I think.
What do they call it, rutting or rooting? Or?
We're going to take a look at it again here. The Moose hurls the Hangman onto the canvas, setting him up now, and here comes. Whoa, 450
look, all of his, look at his feet are off the ground, all that weight's right on that Hangman.
And the count goes in. Yukon Moose Cholak once again victorious. We will return. Much more action. Stay with us. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to join us and see the taping of the Bruiser Bedlam television program, our next taping session is at the Premier Center at Sterling Heights, Michigan, just north of Detroit at 14 Mile and Van Dyke. Thursday, June the 12th, the action at 7:30. The one everybody's talking about right here in the Glass City at the Hotel Sofitel in downtown Toledo. What an extravaganza it's going to be. The strongest lineup of superstars ever in the Glass City. Sunday, June the 22nd, the action begins at 8 o'clock. It's Bruiser Bedlam brought to you by Miller Beer. Inside of a 16-foot steel cage, Dick the Bruiser and Calypso Jim face Jerry Graham and Bulldog Don Kent for the World Tag Team title. You're going to see Prince Mama Muhammad against the big guy, Moose Cholak. Return battle between Chris Carter and the Polynesian Wildman. 10 rounds of midget boxing. Farmer Pete meets Little John with Sam Botek Jr. from Miller Beer as the special guest referee. Also, Mohammed Jihad Saad faces El Bracero. Free parking at the Vistula Garage at the corner of Jackson and Summit Streets. Now, Greg Curry, originally wrestled the great Wojo, still has not been able to obtain the special referee he wanted. So the great Wojo will be facing internationally known superstar Hillbilly Jim's cousin, Junior. You're looking very resplendent today in that nice suit, and quite a challenge for you on the 22nd.
Well, thank you. You know, Dr. Graham, besides making me an undefeated world champion, he's taught me how to act like a champion, and now he has me dressing like a champion, thanks to the doctor and Jack's Men's Shop, of course. But, you know, this cousin Junior, I'm not worried about him, but it is nice that finally, after years of putting up a challenge to all these other promotions, finally, after being in all the newspapers in the country, the challenge match, finally he's coming to Toledo to challenge me, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, you know, I have to agree with that, Terry Sullivan. Hillbilly Jim's cousin Junior has been all over the world. He's beaten a lot of top men, and I think he's deserving. And even though we really want belt-for-belt matches for Wojo, the fact that a leading contender from one of the other promotions coming to Hotel Sofitel to wrestle Wojo is a step in the right direction, and we really look forward to that match.
It's going to be all action from beginning to end. Free parking at the Vistula Garage. Casual dress. Come as you are. Sunday, June 22nd. If you belong to a civic organization, a group, or a public service group, of course you need to fill that treasury with funds, and we've got the perfect way to do it. We'll bring all the stars of Bruiser Bedlam, put on an excellent evening of professional wrestling at its best. Now, if you'd like to find out what the deal is, here's how to do it. Write to us in care of Bruiser Bedlam, 151 West Jefferson, Suite 514 in Detroit, 48226. Or give us a call during business hours, area code 313-567-4444, and we'll be on our way.
This is one fall 15-minute time limitation, introducing from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 230 pounds, I give you Rick Sampson. His opponent, from the USSR, weighing in a solid 240 pounds, here is Igor Zatkoff.
The Mad Russian against Rick Sampson. Should be a fine, fine match. We've seen some steady improvement from Rick Sampson over the weeks. Definitely a fast-rising young star in the world of professional wrestling. We're proud to have him here with us. Uh-oh! Whoa! The ring curl almost got creamed there. Beautiful arm drag by Rick Sampson. That'll make the Russian think twice about making those moves again.
If I'm not, see if I'm correct, didn't Sampson wrestle this Russian once before?
He may have. I seem to recall that.
Maybe they were in a tag match against each other.
Sampson with a body slam. Zatkoff bails out. Zatkoff strolling around ringside.
Now I know what looked different. He just took his shirt off. I forgot he had all that fur on him.
Zatkoff returns to the ring, obviously a little bit angry at this point.
That fur, you know, that's for when they have very cold weather in Russia.
Absolutely. It could be if he's exiled to Siberia as well, if he loses this match.
That's probably where he's from.
Yeah. Well, the fur will fly, no doubt here. Off the ropes goes Sampson. The collision. Oh. No, Zatkoff sidestepped it. Threw a knee. Caught Sampson off guard. And now stomping away. Things not looking too good for Rick Sampson. Zatkoff looks like he's choking in there. Hard to tell. Referee seems satisfied that it's not across the windpipe. Hard to tell exactly what kind of a hold Zatkoff's got on him. It sure looks like a choke to me. The chant of USA goes up from the throng in attendance. Zatkoff doesn't like to hear that. The Russian. Uh-oh, here comes Sampson. Right out of the ring.
Right on the top of his head, Terry.
Sampson looks like he injured his, as you said, his hip there. Holding on to it. He's got a 10 count on the outside here.
Better hurry up or he's going to be counted out.
Oops, Zatkoff moves in. That stops the count. Zatkoff must stay in center ring in order for the referee to continue with the count. Sampson got a lot of courage trying to get back in there.
He got him.
Zatkoff is determined not to give Sampson the advantage again. The Mad Russian. Oh, look at him. He's got his throat right across the bottom rope, standing right on him. Still to come in the program today, the World Heavyweight Champion, the great Wojo, joins us, along with the leading contenders for the tag team title, Chris Carter and El Bracero. Supermax, it's coming up. Well, the referee seems satisfied that that is not a choke. No, he doesn't. Now it is a choke. It wasn't before, but it was then.
He's trying to adjust his back. Okay?
Yes, he is, definitely. Looks like a little plastic surgery happening there. Compliments of Igor Zatkoff. The chant of USA goes up again. Zatkoff momentarily releasing his grip on Sampson. And now look at that. He's biting. This guy never ceases to amaze me. He is something. The Russian Igor Zatkoff. Sampson may hopefully still have a few surprises left. He does. Reversal. Beautiful move by Sampson. Zatkoff just went flying. Here he goes again.
All right. Don't get...
Over the top. Big back body drop on Igor Zatkoff by Rick Sampson.
Yeah.
He puts the twist on the left arm of the Russian. Sampson puts on the pressure. He's got his hold, and he's got it on well. Zatkoff gets to his feet again. Whip off the ropes. And once again, Sampson caught with that boot. Zatkoff a little too sharp for Sampson in that particular move.
Well, it's experience, that's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Zatkoff's probably wrestled 10 years longer than Sampson.
Oh, caught with a clothesline. It could be all over. Nope, Sampson's got his foot out across the ropes. Referee sees it. Luckily for Sampson, I don't know, the pin might have gone in there, Bruiser, if he was in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
Zatkoff once again applies that chokehold. Referee Al Thomas is right there to break it.
I tell you, that Al Thomas is right on the ball, too.
He sure is. And he's certainly got a lot to contend with when he's got a man like the Mad Russian Igor Zatkoff in the ring. Looks like he's throwing a few thumbs into the throat there.
Watch out, he's liable to come out on it. No, he got caught.
And Sampson over the top. Beautiful maneuver. I think he's got it. He does. Very good. Fans giving him a well-deserved round of applause for an impressive victory. This is an important victory for Rick Sampson, too.
Yeah. I didn't think he could do it.
It just shows you that good, hard work pays off.
I didn't think he could do it, but he did it.
And the fans razzing the Russian. Let's take a look at it again here. Rick Sampson. Things don't look too good for him at this point, but this shows you what good wrestling science can do. He goes right over the top, looks like almost amateur moves.
Right. He had to go behind there.
In for the counts. There goes the all-important count of 3. Rick Sampson, a nice victory for the young man from Dayton, Ohio. Graham's Gallery comes up, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. We're right back. For Bruiser Bedlam at its best, Sunday, June the 22nd at 8 o'clock at the Hotel Sofitel. Advanced tickets in the lobby of the Hotel Sofitel, as well as the Miller Country Store and all Shed locations. On the main event, inside of a 16-foot steel cage, there's nowhere for the champions to run. Dr. Jerry Graham and Bulldog Don Kent put it all on the line. The belts, the reputations, everything against Dick the Bruiser and Calypso Jim, Sunday, June 22nd at the Hotel Sofitel. Also, you will see international star Hillbilly Jim's cousin Junior to face off against the world heavyweight champion, the great Wojo. That title belt also at stake. You'll see Prince Mama Mohammed meeting Yukon Moose Cholak. 10 rounds of midget boxing. Farmer Pete against Little John with the boxing gloves on and with special guest referee from Miller Beer Metropolitan Distributing, Sam Botek Jr. The high-flying Supermax El Bracero on the opener meets the Lebanese freedom fighter Mohammed Jihad Saad. What a night of action it's going to be. Casual dress, come as you are. You park for free in the Vistula Garage at the corner of Jackson and Summit Streets. It's all at the Hotel Sofitel on Sunday night, June the 22nd. A major part of this card and a return match following something which happened in Kips a month or so ago. Chris Carter against the Polynesian Wildman, and you better believe that's going to be a tough match.
Well, you know, Terry, first off, I'd like to say, what an extravaganza this is on the 22nd here at the Hotel Sofitel. Thanks to Miller Beer being behind it, this is going to be the biggest wrestling extravaganza in the history of Toledo. And getting back to the Polynesian Wildman, like you said, last time here in Toledo, everybody that was there saw what happened. Well, Terry, the Wildman has a worldwide reputation, but I've been training hard and I'm ready, and I got the people, baby, right behind me. So with the people, Terry, there's no way he's going down 1, 2, 3 right in the middle of the ring, baby. And I guarantee it to all my fans in Toledo because I love each and every one of you, and God bless you all.
Certainly a man to believe in. The spirit of America, Chris Carter, back here in your second hometown, I guess, Toledo, Ohio, at the Hotel Sofitel. And what a lineup of stars it is going to be. The main event, fans inside of the 16-foot steel cage, Graham and Kent against the Bruiser and Calypso Jim.
Our guest today on Graham's Gallery is a man who is one of the foremost commentators of professional wrestling in the world today. A really magniloquent person, a tremendous orator, a master of verbal interdigitation. This man has been all over the world commentating professional wrestling matches. He's been with every major promotion alliance federation in the world, and we're very happy to have you as part of the Bruiser Bedlam, Mr. Terry Sullivan. Terry, it's truly a pleasure to have a first-class #1 commentator like yourself on Graham's Gallery.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for the nice comments.
So many people tell me, they say, Dr. Graham, this Terry Sullivan, why do they have to stick him with a moron like Dick the Bruiser? I mean, this man is immaculate. This man is a premier commentator. Would you care to comment on that?
Well, I think there's nobody more able to correctly identify what's going on in the ring and to call it the way it is than Dick the Bruiser.
Well, Terry, in my personal experience, Dick the Bruiser doesn't know a wrist lock from a wrist watch. I mean, he's personally said his favorite hold is a punch in the gut, and his second favorite hold is a kick in the teeth. Now, does this sound like a man that knows wrestling to you?
Sounds like a guy who could intimidate you, I think.
Well, listen, Terry, I'm going to tell you something. Let's change the subject. Now, you have seen, at one time or another, all the major wrestlers in the world today, say for the last 10, 15 years. Would you say that's a fair statement?
That's true.
At least 98% of them.
Absolutely.
Now, wouldn't you say that Dr. Jerry Graham Jr. is without a doubt the greatest wrestler you have ever seen in your entire career?
Well, do you want me to tell you the truth, or you want me to tell you what you want to hear?
Oh, we're here to get the in-depth probing questions. I mean, I think you're such a great commentator. I mean, you're the best commentator I've ever heard. Now, tell the people, who is Dr. Jerry Graham the greatest wrestler you've ever seen?
Well, Dr. Jerry Graham is without a doubt the most controversial wrestler I've ever seen.
Well, but controversial isn't great. I mean, isn't Dr. Jerry Graham the greatest wrestler you've ever seen?
You're certainly the most hated wrestler that I've ever seen.
You know, I'm trying to be nice to you, Sullivan. I mean, I'm trying to be nice to you, because I'm going to tell you something. I don't think you're that hot of a commentator anyway. In fact, I think you're a second-rate bum. In fact, if I wasn't so busy beating all these other wrestlers, I might just take your job and show these people what a real commentator is, and I wouldn't need Dick the Loser to tell me about wrestling, because I know wrestling, and I don't have to stand here and be abused by an obnoxious, rude guest who I was nice enough to put on the show, and you start acting like that, you're a total jerk, Sullivan.
Well, apparently that's it for this edition of Graham's Gallery, ladies and gentlemen. I think I was more or less set up, but when you talk about telling it like he is, he asked the question, I told the truth. No doubt Dr. Jerry Graham will return next week with more on Graham's Gallery. One of the all-time favorite wrestling greats from the Motor City, Detroit, Arriba, Louie Martinez, is featured today in our classic match. Let's go to ringside now, see Louie against Mr. Saki.
This one-fall match has a 20-minute time limit. Introducing from Sapporo, Japan, at a weight of 231 pounds, the great Saki. And he is accompanied by his manager, one of the outstanding managers from the West Coast, Mark Manson. The great Saki's opponent at 238 pounds from Acapulco, Mexico, the one and only Louie Martinez.
Well, here we go, the one-fall match. Louie Martinez, a sensational wrestler. And the great Saki, of course, managed by Mark Manson. Uh-oh, an attack even before the match gets underway. Saki has attacked Martinez. The match hasn't even started yet. He gets Manson out. There's the bell, we're underway. And chops by the great Saki. And Louie Martinez is on the outside. He was overwhelmed by Saki right at the very, well, the match hadn't even started as yet. Louie Martinez is on the outside, but he's on his feet, getting up. There, Saki kicks him again. And Louie is moving around now. He's ready to get back in there, running around. He jumps up on the apron of the ring. He's in the ring. And he's after Saki. Crashes him into the ropes, hits him with an elbow. Step over toe hold and a body drop. Another body drop on that leg. And I mean, Louie Martinez is he's really hot. Boy, he is mad. Martinez charged Saki, who got away. There's a judo chop to the side of the head. Another one. Saki continues the chopping to the side of the head. But the very tough Louie Martinez is getting up. He is on his feet now. Staggered a bit. Uh-oh, double chop. And Martinez is on the outside. There's a kick. Martinez wants to get back in, and Saki keeps chopping him. Now, Martinez hits Saki with a tackle. A flying body press. count. Martinez won the match in quick time. Sends him into the ropes. Martinez has won the match, but he's still after Saki. The match is over. Oh, wait a minute, Mark Manson is getting up there. Martinez saw him, now he's after Mark Manson. And fans, great victory for Louie Martinez. He wants to inflict more punishment on his opponent and also Mark Manson.
Once again, fans, we want to put up the address and the phone number there if you'd like to write to us regarding us bringing Bruiser Bedlam, all your favorite stars, right to your town. We'll put them right inside of your high school, armory, civic center, whatever. All the top stars you see here on television. Great way to raise funds for your organization. There's the address, Bruiser Bedlam, 151 West Jefferson, Suite 514 in Detroit, 48226. Or call us at area code 313-567-4444, and we're on our way.
Time limitation for the WWA Heavyweight Championship of the World. The challenger from Pasadena, California, weighing 200 pounds. Let's hear it for Sonny Pride. And the champion from Toledo, Ohio, weighing in at 268 pounds. Here's the WWA Heavyweight Champion, the great Wojo, with his manager, Dr. Jerry Graham.
Started already.
And the great Wojo attacks his man before the bell even rings, knee lifts. Yep. And Sonny Pride has not been able to get started in this match at all. Oh, there's Dr. Jerry Graham at the bottom of the screen looking on here. He loves what he sees here. Jerry Graham feels he's on top of the world, I'm sure, after what he did some time back there, spray painting Calypso Jim.
Oh, it's a new move. I don't believe I remember Wojo using this.
Wojo's always full of surprises. Yeah. That's why he's the World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion.
I see most men couldn't manipulate a man like that. They'd hit him into the corner, but then they'd lose him. They'd fall. But he can hold on.
The champion scoops his man up.
Look at the welts on the back.
Oh, drops him down throat first right into the turnbuckle there.
Sullivan, Bruiser, now you're looking at a wrestler, not a commentator, not a washed-up bum like you are.
Now Dr. Jerry Graham's pushing his luck again, Bruiser.
You're looking at the champion of the world.
Look at the welts. Never mind.
That obnoxious voice you hear is that of Dr. Jerry Graham.
Yeah, let's not listen to him, but just check the welts all over the opponent of Wojo.
Good idea.
Look at those red welts. That comes from tomorrow. Those will be as raw as today's hamburger.
The great Wojo, very impressive here, the World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. There's none tougher. Oh, big suplex. That just jars the whole body in for the count. Oh, did he kick out? I believe he did.
Yeah.
Well, we give him some credit here. Sonny Pride.
I don't know whether he kicked out or Wojo lifted him up.
Sort of hard to tell.
But we hear Graham shouting, pick him up, pick him up. That was
another suplex.
Amateur suplex.
Yeah. In for the count again now. Let's see. No, not obviously very clearly there.
That's what I told you. He told him to pick him up.
Wojo laid in a big forearm on Sonny Pride. Big body slam.
Uh-oh, now what's he going to do?
The great Wojo on the middle rope, coming down, up, sledgehammer. That just had to really cross his eyes.
Graham told him to suplex him again.
Well, we're seeing quite a variety of suplexes from the great Wojo this week. Now, this may be a submission hold, Bruiser.
No, I think he's going to suplex. There he goes.
Yep, you're right.
That's another amateur suplex.
It's not his time yet. More punishment, more punishment.
It's not his time. The guy has been beaten for quite some time.
That's what I told you. See there.
Ooh, backbreaker. And Wojo once again refusing to pin the man. Another example of how Graham's army is just plain downright brutal.
Yeah, what are they going to do now? I think he's... He
knocked him stiff that time.
He knocked his head off. Oh, he knocked his head off again.
I don't think he can catch his breath the way he was sucking for air there. Look at him. He's had the wind just totally knocked out of him.
Aren't you glad you're a commentator, Bruiser? Aren't you glad you're sitting there like some kind of a jerk?
I don't understand how you take it, Bruiser.
Yeah, I don't really.
You don't have much choice, I guess.
When the match is over, I go back there and I hit the wall a couple times, that's all.
I believe that. The great Wojo, Dr. Jerry Graham, still not satisfied with the incredible amount of punishment they've applied on Sonny Pride here. Wojo in for the count again. We'll see what happens. Now still no go, no pin.
He pinned him.
I think the referee called it, Bruiser. I think the referee absolutely had it there. It was obvious that Sonny Pride was beaten some time ago.
Yeah, that's what it is. You might say the referee threw in the towel.
Yeah, and I think that was a good move.
Because I didn't see him pin.
And now look at them both. They're double teaming the guy now. How much more can this put? Oh my Lord!
That knocked the hair off of him.
It's obvious this poor guy can't take a whole lot more here. Graham, this is typical of Dr. Jerry Graham. Once the man has been beaten to such a state as Pride has been, to continue the onslaught, it's just inhuman. Now what's he doing? Graham is going to the top rope.
That's uncalled for. I tell you, he just gets so much.
I'm telling you, they're going too far.
Now he's going to come out on us. Oh! He never even hit the ring. He never hit the ring.
Oh! And I don't think this poor guy is done yet. Right in front of our table, right in front of Dick the Bruiser. And Graham, especially, is just asking for it here from Dick the Bruiser. Graham is just asking for it.
Hey, give me you down there.
What kind of champion are you?
Well, certainly I think the scene would be quite a lot different if it were Dick the Bruiser there instead of Sonny Pride.
I'll guarantee you I wouldn't be laying down there.
I believe it. They make their way out. Graham's Army. Let's see it again here.
We're going to see how it ended.
The great Wojo has his reverse chin lock.
The doctor's going to help him again.
We're keeping that doctor on his toes tonight. In for the count. And the referee, it's hard to see here if he put in the 3 count. It might have been a quick count. He might have just called it off. Yeah. Obviously, the guy had been beaten sometime earlier.
The last several weeks, the doctor...
Tag team match coming up, fans. Stay with us.
This is one fall, 15-minute time limitation tag team match. Introducing from London, England, weighing in at 238 pounds, here is K.O. King Berger. His partner from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 260 pounds, here is the Godfather. And their opponents, first weighing 241 pounds from the Motor City, USA, here is Chris Carter. And his partner from Mexico City, Mexico, the Supermax weighing 231 pounds, El Bracero.
Oh, what a tag team combination we're going to see here. The leading contenders for the World Tag Team Championship, and you'll see why. Chris Carter and El Bracero against a couple of newcomers to Bruiser Bedlam, K.O. King Berger, along with the Godfather, the guy in the blue on the right of your screen there on the opposite side.
Berger and Godfather both weigh at least 250 to 260 apiece.
Referee imparting some instructions. We await the bell here to get some action underway, and anytime you got Chris Carter and El Bracero in there, by God, you know you're going to see a lot of action.
Hold it. 1 man in, 1 man out. 1 man.
Australian tag team match here. Chris Carter stepping out. El Bracero will start this match. And here we go. El Bracero right in with a leg trip. Berger hoisted into the air. Big body slam by Bracero.
Yeah, but Bracero is strong. That Berger weighs about 250, 260. It impresses me when these smaller men can lift the bigger ones.
Carter takes over on Berger now. Chris Carter, what a popular guy he is with the fans.
Yeah, he's Mr. Scientific. He used an unorthodox leg trip a few minutes ago, or a few seconds ago.
Double drop kick. That was an excellent move. Obviously, these guys are working out an awful lot together, honing their tag team strategy.
Might I say, Terry, that I think this is the first time these two have ever wrestled either one of these guys.
We've got the airplane spin on Berger now by Bracero, who tags off to the Spirit of America, Chris Carter. These guys are fine-tuning their strategy for the shot at the World Tag Team Champions, Dr. Jerry Graham and Bulldog Don Kent. Certainly they'll...
Now what's going to happen?
The collision, down goes Berger. Carter moves right into his man, tags off to Bracero. They'll take advantage of the count here as Bracero lays one right into the midsection. Forearm uppercut sends Berger sprawling along the ropes. Bracero just threw his man right into the Godfather. It's a go-ahead tag. We're ready for the other guy now.
This guy is really built, Terry.
Looks like he's spent a considerable time hoisting some weights.
Yeah, he looks like a typical well-conditioned weightlifter.
In for the count. Referee to 2, and only 2.
He threw El Bracero up like he was a potato. But El Bracero's got that experience.
Ooh, what a pin. Whoa.
What do you call that, Terry?
I have no idea. I have never seen anything like that before.
A reverse Mexican surfboard.
Oh, that's what it was, huh?
No, I'm not sure.
Oh. Sounded good.
Well, sure.
That's the thing about Bracero, though. You know, he's got so many unique moves, and not only does it befuddle us trying to label him, but it also befuddles all of his opponents.
Right.
How do you prepare for a match with Bracero?
I wouldn't know, but it sounded good.
Chris Carter in with the Godfather. And off the ropes he goes. Oh! Vicious elbow smash. This could be it for the Godfather. In for the count. Referee to... Nope, not quite 2. Here's the tag, and here comes Supermex. He's asking Chris to set him up just a little bit here.
Oh, he did.
Bracero coming over the top.
Oh.
And he hurls him off the rope.
Oh, he got him a good one.
Right in the midsection.
I think that knocked the wind out of him.
Had to.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how well you're built. If you lose your wind, you've had it.
And I think that's exactly the predicament the Godfather is in. Once again, Bracero, this is the second time we've seen him do this. Let his opponent go over and make the tag. Turning him over. He's got that Boston Crab applied now. The referee asking Berger if he wants to submit. So far, no.
Look, he's bringing him over to his partner.
Bracero makes the tag. I think Carter might take over from Bracero with this same exact hold. Or what do they got in mind here?
Double.
Whoa, yeah.
That's the first time I've seen that.
Yeah, right? Really. We've got to get a lot of credit to Bracero and Chris Carter. Certainly a unique style and a very successful style for them.
That was a 4-legged Boston Crab.
Yeah.
Well, there's a mule kick.
Mule kick by Bracero put Berger down. Berger's having his problems. Berger and the Godfather have had nothing but trouble from Bracero and Chris Carter since the opening bell here tonight. Nice moves by Chris Carter, Mr. Scientific. He's also got that incredible sleeper hold. That's won him a lot of matches.
That's right.
He applies it in a very unique fashion and very effective for him.
Wonder he hasn't put it on already.
We may yet see it here tonight. Uh-oh. The Godfather going to the eyes of Chris Carter. That stopped him in his tracks. Now Bracero moves in.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Now Carter, a little payback.
Well, these guys are well conditioned, both teams.
Chris Carter with the Godfather all the way across the ring, head first into the turnbuckle, and the Godfather is down trying for that tag. Carter in for the count now. Referee is right there. But no, Berger was able to pull Carter off, and he caught one for his trouble. There's the tag. Bracero coming in. Carter setting up the Godfather as Bracero comes right down with an elbow smash. Oh, Bracero with a big knee into the midsection. The wind wasn't knocked out of him earlier. It is now.
Just remember, Terry, our good guys are a lot smaller than these tough-looking guys.
Yeah.
And they're doing a job on them.
Well,
what do you call it, Terry? Let's see how smart you are.
Let's see how smart I am. Well, that's not. That sort of looks like the surfboard to me.
Yeah, well, this is the regular surfboard. Remember I said the other one was a reverse.
Berger once again breaks things up there. We'll have to take a little, go to school with El Bracero here. A few lessons in holds. Off the ropes goes the Godfather. Bracero with a drop kick. Tag is off to Chris Carter. And Bracero throws him off the ropes. Carter's right there. There's that sleeper hold. There's a sleeper hold. Bracero taking care of Berger.
He's got it.
And I think it's going to be all over. I think this has got to be it.
He's got it. He's got it.
Referee had better call this off here. We could have some serious permanent damage. That's it.
Yeah, he got it.
The winners from the sleeper hold, Chris Carter and El Bracero.
Now we're going to talk right now, ladies and gentlemen, too. Chris Carter and El Bracero, beyond any shadow of a doubt, the leading contenders for the World Tag Team Wrestling Championship right here. What an excellent match.
You know, Terry, we are, I don't want to brag about it, but we are the #1 contenders for the WWA Tag Team Championship. And there's nothing more that I want. What I want to do is I want to get those tag team belts and bring them home to my good people in the Motor City and all over the WWA.
Supermax El Bracero, you were fabulous, as usual. But what about Graham and Kent? Now, how are you guys going to be able to handle the World Tag Team Champions?
Well, they're not good enough to come and defeat us in the Tag Team Championship belt. But we anytime, right here or everywhere, I don't care where, but I like to take over here, in front of everybody over here.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. The leading contenders for the WWA World Tag Team Championship. Chris, we're all out of time. Thank you very much, fans. We've got more in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, a literal cavalcade of stars as Bruiser Bedlam returns to Toledo in grand style at the Hotel Sofitel, Sunday, June the 22nd. It's casual dress, come as you are. You park for free in the Vistula Garage at Summit and Jackson, and we want to urge you to get your tickets because they're going fast. Tickets available at the Miller Country Store on Summit Street, the lobby of the Hotel Sofitel, also all shed locations. Sunday, June the 22nd, the action begins at 8 o'clock. It all pyramids up to that main event, which takes place inside of a 16-foot-high steel cage. Dick the Bruiser, the world's most dangerous wrestler, teams up with Calypso Jim to face the World Tag Team Champions, Dr. Jerry Graham and Bulldog Don Kent, who are literally in for the fight of their careers. Sunday, June the 22nd, at the Hotel Sofitel, because the Bruiser and Calypso Jim are coming to put him out for good. The great Wojo puts his World Heavyweight Championship on the line against international star Hillbilly Jim's cousin, Junior. You will see Moose Cholak meeting Prince Mama Mohammed, the Polynesian Wildman, in a return grudge battle to meet Chris Carter, the Spirit of America. 10 rounds of midget boxing, Farmer Pete against Little John with Sam Botek from Miller Beer as special referee. And on the opener, it'll be the high-flying Supermax El Bracero against the man with the flag here, the Lebanese freedom fighter, Mohammed.
انت يا ال برازيرو وقتك جاي عن قريب. تايم كامين سون. وقتك جاي عن قريب لاني بدي احط العالم من ورا.
How about English?
عارف من ورا يلعنك واحد كلب. عارفك؟ لاني شايف هون انا عم بتمرن كثير. ولك صحيح انك انت بتطر شوي بس انا عندي.
How about English? You talking English?
Shut up! سو هيك قلت لك انا واحد كلب انت مثل هذا كلك انه جماعه وسخين يو ستوبid just like American people تفيل عن بيك كلب عرس what's this ميلر بير ميلر هذا حرام that's no good what are you talking about I do not go place with
very good
alcohol عارفك لاني انا زلمه مسلم I'm a good person that's why believe me El Bracero I will get you look at this look at this look at this huh
well consider the source and join us Sunday June 22nd Hotel Sofitel.
Well, I told you, the moose hung the hangman. And that Wojo, he's as bad as he ever was. I can't wait till I get a hold of that Wojo someday.
Well, you keep putting together better and better cards every week. Also, Chris Carter and El Bracero showed us why they're the leading contenders for the tag team title.
I think that Chris Carter and El Bracero are probably the two most scientific wrestlers. They can do anything in the wrestling.
This has been a presentation of Bedlam Productions Incorporated in association with Championship Wrestling Incorporated.